right, you're welcome to this channel. Once more again, I am your brother and friend, Reverend Professor C.C. Anyanwu. My normal emphasis is on the making of the man of God. And this evening, I want to bring to you the capacity to rise. If you lament over a mistake for a long time, the lamentation will overtake the weight and the strength of the mistake itself. You can never dwell in the past. Once you live your life in the past, you may be going back in your mind. Among the stories that interest us is the story of the prodigal son. And look at what he said in this place. Luke chapter 15 verse 18. He said, I will arise and go to my father. I will arise and go to my father. There are times people stay where they are, and what occupies them is the failure of the past. It is possible you have done what you shouldn't have done. It is possible you have said what you shouldn't have said. It is possible that you have gone to where you shouldn't have gone. There are times that we tell ourselves the truth. Every human being is prone to making mistakes. But the real gist is not the mistake. What you did after you have made the mistake matters a lot. If you dwell in that mistake you have made, the chances of survival may not be there. The capacity to rise is what makes a man. The capacity to put your pains behind, your mistakes, your actions that are condemnable. Truly, the prodigal son, we don't know his name, so prodigal son took his name. But his steps that led to his mistake, at a point, could not be called something wrong. He wanted to be a man. So he decided to float his own family, move and go and take some business risks. But unfortunately, he failed. He failed woefully. He lost his ring, which is a mark of ownership. He lost his shoe, which represents his ministry. He lost his garment, which represents his divine covering. So when he was coming home, he came barefooted, almost naked and without ring. You can see the level he felt. But he came to himself, which is what I am recommending to everyone listening to this brief chat. Time comes when you must come to yourself. Come to yourself and realize that the best option is to start again, to take positive steps. So the prodigal son came to himself and he said, I will arise. Whoever hears me today, rise. Rise from every shackle that have manacled your leg, tied your spirit down, tied your intellect down, tied your moral life down. May you have the grace to rise and return to the battle line and fight through. Sometimes we look at life as though every hope had gone. But the prodigal son demonstrated strength here. Most times when we preach with him, we measure on the squander mania he inflicted on his father's wealth, the way he lived riotous life. But we tend to forget that there is a quality he displayed. This quality is the quality of choosing to rise and start again. I recommend to you today, wherever you are, whatever may have brought you down, no matter the far country you have traveled to, no matter what have brought you down in the past, you can arise. The capacity to rise is the inner strength that most people lack. And if you can counsel yourself, speak to yourself, be a man of God, a preacher, a teacher, a church worker, whatever you are, a prophet, and Satan have inflicted a wound on you, and you want to return back to the battlefield to continue to serve God, what you should ask God is the inner strength to rise. And I tell you, God is ever ready to help you recover the things you have lost in the past, the things you have lost by making those mistakes. In fact, somebody said if you have made no mistake, then you have made nothing. So you are entitled to one wrong action. And those actions are the things that you need to counsel yourself, advise yourself, warn yourself. God permits some things, some mistakes, so that we know how painful they are and choose not to repeat them again. Whoever you are, wherever you are hearing me from, today could be your best opportunity to sit down and do introspection. Think back. Ask yourself a question. Have I fallen that I might not rise? Have I gone down that no hope is there for me again? You could do like the prodigal son. He took stock. He admitted he failed. He looked at life from the point of view of reality. And he said, I have sinned. I have failed. I've disappointed my father. The thing I set out to achieve, I didn't. Now I will arise to start afresh, even as a servant. Do not allow pride and the sense of who you call yourself to hinder you from rising. Some of the things that make people not to take action, to go back to where they have fallen from and continue the action from there, to restore, to go back to God, to be restored, is because of what they call themselves, who they call themselves, who they pronounce themselves to be. But if we allow the sense of who we are in the past to occupy us, it will be difficult to correct mistakes. So today, brethren, wherever you are hearing me from, the information here is the capacity to rise. May God instill within you that capacity to rise. I will leave you there. I will come back to your way next time to continue discussion. But know that I am yet still your brother, Reverend Professor C.C. Anyanwu. And if you have a call to go to Bible college where you'll be trained, you should contact us on the numbers on the screen, and we take the information from there. Meanwhile, do not forget to share this message, like it, or subscribe to it. Until I come your way, like I said, God bless you, and remember to rise.